Heard about GPT managing to clear the medical license exams, the what an MBA exams and whatnot. Just for fun, to test the caliber of this awesome tool, we decided to throw one of the CA final exam questions on GPT and see how it reacts. In case you want to know, hang on and see how GPT reacts to one of the CA final exam questions. Here you go. In today's video, we would be trying to check the effectiveness of the AI bot ChatGPT on our CA final exams. Now, this is a bot which has created quite a sensation, and rightly so, across the world for its effectiveness in the sense even for academics. So, it has managed to clear, from what we have read, the what an MBA entrance exam, the medical license exam, as well as the bar exams internationally. So, just for fun, we just thought that let us try to do a small check on how it fares in our beloved CA final exams, which are considered to be one of the most difficult exams. Now, we have just taken one of the questions from CA final paper number 1 from the May 2020-22 exams. This is question 1A or question 1B rather, for 5 marks. So, just before we proceed, this is a video just to play around with the technology, just to see how technology is shaping everything. As in its current form, we would not recommend you to kind of delve too deep into that. If you are a student who is preparing for CA final, continue with your regular preparation. This technology will definitely evolve and develop, but as it currently stands, it's good to play around with it, but not really rely on it fully from the perspective of your main exams. So let us get started. So over here, we will download first of all the suggested answers of the questions, where I've come to question number 1B. This is on Indes 1. So let us kind of copy that and paste that in the chat. So this is an Indes 1 compliant company. So we will just ask the bot on how should be the loan classification, should it be current or non-current. It is the exact same way in which the institute has framed the question. So let us just put it down and see how the bot responds. You can just refer if you are a student specifically, you can refer the question once and then kind of come back over here. So we can see that it has taken some time to process, and now it is answering that as on 31st March 22, the classification should be as a non-performing asset. Now, it has gone into the territory where you are looking at the classification as per RBI, that in this question, if you read, there's a default, and since there's a default, it believes that it is a non-performing asset. Now, to be honest, this is not something what we look at when we want to see as per Ind AS. So we'll probably have to rephrase the question. It is giving quite a detailed answer in terms of whether it is an NP or not. So what we can do is, for both the subparts, as you see, it is giving an answer. But in the meantime, what we can do is, we can just ask it specifically that as per Ind AS, is it a current or a non-current classification? So sub point 1, as on 31st March 22, should the company classify the loan as current or non-current? Okay, as per, if you want to make it very clear, as per Ind AS 1, there you go. Let us see if it manages to evolve and develop its understanding. Very nice. So over here it mentions that it has rephrased its answer, as you see. So it's very important that you ask the right kind of question. So as on 31st March 2022, the company should classify the loan as current liability. That's absolutely right as per Ind AS 1, because the failure to obtain the contribution is kind of an adjusting event. Okay, let us just read what it is saying. The loan becomes repayable on demand. The rationale is absolutely right, and hence this will be a current liability. The grace period is obtained up to 30th June and does not change the classification. Fair enough. Second part, it says that if this grace period was obtained before the breach, what does it answer? If the loan classification was changed, then the loan would be different from one above. If the bank agreed to change the terms, such as by extending the grace period, then the loan would no longer be classified as a current liability if it is expected to be settled within 12 months. So that's correct actually. I mean, maybe the rationale can be molded a little bit, but nevertheless, it seems to be answering in the right direction. Again, this is continuously learning, and as you can see that even if you try this question, you might probably get a slightly different answer, because AI kind of learns from a lot of responses and questions being asked. But as it stands over here, it has correctly managed to classify it as a current liability. In the second case, the classification it mentions is different from one above. If the bank agreed to change the loan terms by extending the grace period, then it will no longer be a current liability. Well, technically it is to be classified as non-current. It will continue to be as non-current because there is no breach. So it has given a slightly different rationale, but as we see over here, it kind of does the job briefly. You can even try other questions and let me know your responses. Let us see how it does. To be again, I'm just repeating, this is in its current form. The founders themselves say it is very raw and it can give a perception of being extremely accurate. But it is equally important to be abreast with the developments that are happening around us and see if we can utilize them in some way which can potentially help us. So let me know your views, comments in the comments box. Till then, thank you very much for viewing. Have a good day. Bye bye. Take care.